More on those mysterious portals that have opened up across the city. Earth's Sorcerer Supreme, Dr. Stephen Strange, has issued a press release warning the public to stay away from these shimmering portals, as they may contain harmful beings or forces. Welcome to Play On Protocol. Today's match features Mubin headbanning the Convocation and friend of the channel Chris running the Web Warriors in a matchup of wizards versus web slingers. Whatever the outcome, there will be carnage.
Hey everyone, it's Mubin. I am back for episode 2 of Marvel Crisis Protocol. This time I get to bring one of my personal favorite affiliations, the Convocation. It's all wizards, all the time, all the magic, all the shenanigans. It's gonna be great.
I love that Chris has chosen his team based on what his little boy loves, Miles Morales in particular. As a gamer dad myself, it's always a feel-good when you can bring the kids into your hobby in some way. Shout out to my boy DJ.
I'm back at Play On to play some Marvel Crisis Protocol this time. Today I'm bringing the Web Warriors, Spidey and his amazing friends, and one alien bodysuit fused to the flesh of a serial killer.
Today's crises will be the secure crisis is intrusions open across the city as the seals collapse. 3 dark portals are placed on the map, and players will score a victory point for each dark portal they secured during the cleanup phase. In addition, players can interact with the dark portal, and on a roll of anything but a blank or skull, they may place their model within one of another portal. On a result of a blank or skull, the opposing player will place the model. However, if they use a portal, they will drop any objectives they are holding.
So because Mubin got priority, he got to pick the secure crisis, I got to choose the extract, and for that one, I pulled Spider-Infected Invade Manhattan, appropriate for the team I brought.
5 spider-infected civilian tokens are placed, and players score a victory point for each spider-infected held by a character they control in the cleanup phase. During the power phase, starting with a player with priority, each player will roll a die for each character they control holding a spider-infected. On a crit, wild, or hit, that character will advance a short before rolling for the next character. If it's any other result, the player will resolve the advance themselves.
This is actually the first time we get to play against each other on the channel.
So excited and very grateful you've agreed to fight me today.
Secret goal for this entire mission is with the Ancient One. If I can just walk up to one of the spider people and just smack them out of their body and get them to astral project, that'd be like, that's the golden moment right there.
You won't have to work too hard. They're not spiritually mature people, they're all teenagers. So if you do punch their spirit, it's not going very far.
Threat level is 19 today.
Today on the table, I'm going to be putting Miles Morales' Spider-Man, Peter Parker's Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy's Ghost Spider, Norman Osborn's Green Goblin, and Cletus Cassidy's Carnage.
Miles Morales' leadership ability is Great Responsibility. Allied characters may reroll 1 defense die. They may also reroll or modify skulls while holding or contesting an objective token. His tactics are there will be carnage, carnage rules, all webbed up, go get 'em tiger, and patch up.
My squad today is going to consist of Sorcerer Supreme Dr. Strange, the Ancient One, Wong, Dr. Voodoo, and Magic. This is a pretty interesting affiliation because the leadership ability isn't attached to a particular model. I get to choose who I want to attach the leadership ability to. In this particular case, I'm actually going to take Dr. Strange.
He's going to start with Circle of the Cosmos up. That will allow, when a player is damaged, to place within one of its current position. Dr. Strange may spend a power in the power phase to flip it to the Moons of Manipur effect. Moons of Manipur allows an allied unit, when making a mystic attack against a character without an activated token, to re-roll one of its attack dice. And when an allied character without an activated token makes a defense roll, it may also re-roll one of its defense dice. His tactics are the Bar with No Doors, which is attached to Dr. Strange, giving him the leadership ability, the Ironbound Books of Shumagorath, the Bane of Damballa, Journey Through Limbo, Seance, and Astral Ring.
I get to start deploying, and let's get into this.
My strategy today is going to be denying Mubin as much movement on the board as possible. A lot of my cards and character abilities rely on me pulling his characters out of position, and I'm going to lean pretty heavily into that.
We are going to start with my first deployment, and it's going to be Sorcerer Supreme Strange. He's just going for a little lovely walk through the park.
I'm going to actually throw down Green Goblin behind this building.
Nice.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, behind that car, it's Spider-Man.
We'll give Wong a friend.
Let's group up the Spider Pals.
The Ancient One just taking a casual stroll down the street. You know what? Why not put the doctors together?
Fairly central deployment for Mubin's Convocation. Chris has focused more on a single flank.
We are deployed. We are ready to go. On to round 1.
May the best Spider-Man win.
No, the Wizards are gonna win. Nice try though.
I just wanted to take a minute to thank PlayOn for having me back today, and I just would like to say this table is a marvel.
I'm going to take a moment here and talk about this incredible terrain provided to us by Tabletop Terrain, this series sponsor. All the terrain in this game that you're looking at, or not looking at because it's already been destroyed, is from Tabletop Terrain. They have an incredible selection. The quality of the material is absolutely fantastic. Many of these designs featured here are from Corvus Games, who even helped design these custom signs on the buildings. Link is in the description below. If you are playing Marvel Crisis Protocol, you've got to check out their terrain.
Heading into round 1 power phase, we're gonna hand out power.
Doctor Strange ticks up to 3 power in the first power phase, and the Ancient One goes to 2. Wong, Magic, and Dr. Voodoo all gain 1. All of Chris's heroes tick up 1 power. That's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Spider-Man Peter Parker, Ghost Spider-Gwen Stacy, Green Goblin, and Carnage.
I'm going to activate the Ancient One first.
Spends a power to grab a spider-infected civilian, and then moves again to get next to that dark portal.
Carnage is going to activate, and I'm going to move towards the Ancient One. 1 energy from Carnage to pick up that spider person. I'm going to retreat to the relative safety of this large donut.
We are gonna activate Wong next.
Wong is meditating, goes to 2 power, spends those 2 to give Doctor Strange 1, putting him at 4, and then moves to be near the spider infected. Wong is out of power, Doctor Strange is at 4.
Spider-Man, thwip.
Spending a power to pick up the spider infected civilian, joins Carnage on the building.
To the donut shop.
To the donuts! I am gonna throw that donut so hard, and it's day old, so it's gonna hurt.
We're gonna go with Dr. Voodoo next.
Dr. Voodoo moves once, then twice, spends his power, grabs a spider-infected civilian, he's done.
You've walked right into my trap!
Green Goblin flies through the donut and hurls pumpkin bombs at Dr. Voodoo.
He sees Dr. Voodoo calmly float in behind the taco truck and start throwing pumpkin bombs like a madman.
I don't approve of this. Yeah, 4 dice.
Green Goblin rolled okay, but Dr. Voodoo rolled amazing.
Can we cut that, the whole sequence out?
Keep it in.
Dr. Strange now floats to the midboard, spends a power on Deadly Daggers of Davaroth, choosing Mystic for 6 dice into Green Goblin's 3 defense.
And if I deal any damage to you, you get poisoned.
Hiya! Hiya!
Only 1 damage, but he's poisoned the goblin.
Now he's the greener goblin.
This means that Green Goblin's actually going to lose a power in every power phase, unless he gets rid of that effect.
We're gonna go Miles Morales next.
Miles Morales, Spider-Man next, double move behind the bus.
We are gonna go with Magic.
Spends a power to grab that spider-infected civilian, and then advances to be within range of the portal.
So all 3 wizards have moved up and are currently securing portals. I'm done with my activations. You've got...
Gwen Stacy left to go.
All right.
Ghost Spider is gonna launch Impact Webbing.
Impact Webbing into Magic, no push. Both units will gain 1 energy, and Magic loses a wound.
That's all our activations.
I put a pretty heavy right flank at the beginning of the game and now moved a little bit more towards the center to deal with Mubin's bigger characters.
Chris has scored 2 points for the Extract Crisis, Spider-Infected Invade Manhattan. Mubin, however, has scored 3 for Secure Crisis, Intrusions Open Across the City, and 3 on the Extract Crisis, the Spider-Infected Invade. It's 6-2 at the end of round 1.
On to round 2, Chris.
Power phase now, Doctor Strange, 3 up to 6. Ancient One goes from 1 to 3. Wong is up to 1. Magic, 1 up to 2. And Dr. Voodoo goes to 1. Miles Morales, 1 up to 2. Peter Parker up to 1. Ghost Spider, 1 up to 3 power. Green Goblin, 1 up to 2 power, but -1 for poison, he's at 1. Carnage, 1 up to 1.
I have priority, so I'm gonna start this party off.
Spider-infected movement here, needing a hit critter wild to control the short movement, otherwise your opponent gets to. Ancient One succeeds, movement moves her short.
I noticed the direction you picked was the cowardly one.
Strategic.
Ah.
Next up, Dr. Voodoo. He's also okay.
Magic succeeds, Gwen might be in trouble.
She's close enough that she can use her builder and potentially use her spender to just daze Ghost Spider.
Carnage is gonna roll.
Oh, Carnage has failed. Mubin gets to move him short.
And now Peter Parker will roll. Stop struggling, I'm trying to save you!
Peter Parker also fails, and Mubin moves him off the building and down to the ground behind the taco truck.
Start of the activation, I'm gonna go with magic first. We are gonna spend 2 power off of the Ancient One for the Iron-bound Books of Shumagorath.
That's going to turn incoming attack types for his entire team into Mystic for the round.
Because all of my characters have a better Mystic defense than their physical and energy. I'm now in range of Ghost Spider, and we're gonna make a Soul Sword attack, and we're gonna try and cut Gwen in half. Gwen, look out! That's not a good roll.
Ghost Spider takes a wound, down to 4 stamina, up to 4 power.
We're gonna do it again.
Soul Sword again, 5 dice on 3, gains 4 power to go to 8. However, she has dazed Ghost Spider.
You punched the highlights out of her hair.
Magic's up to 7 power now, using 3 on Limbo Step to teleport 3.
I did not expect her to hit like the bus that she just came flying out of. I'm gonna have to make an adjustment here to figure out how I'm gonna get back on my feet.
And then that is the end of Magic's activation. Over to you, sir.
The Peter Parker is going to activate. I am going to punch Voodoo so hard his ancestors are gonna feel it. Attack, Spider-Man! So I get 1 power.
1 damage, going down to 5 stamina remaining.
Again, striking Voodoo, 2 damage, 2 power to Voodoo, 3 stamina left, but 5 power, whereas Peter's up to 4 and he stops there.
This Book of Shamalama Ding Dong is incredibly frustrating, and I have absolutely no idea how I'm gonna break through it this turn. I'm gonna have to focus and remember my #1 strategy, board control. I'm gonna have to focus on taking some ground and setting myself up for future turns.
My activation, I'm going to go with Dr. Voodoo. I'm gonna use 3 power off of Dr. Voodoo.
Staff of Leg Buff for 3 power to Goblin.
Bonk! Oh. I'm so sorry, Chris.
No! Mother of God.
Ooh, Wild causes a power burn. He takes a damage and loses a power. However, he's up to 6 power, but he's out of stamina. Green Goblin is dazed.
With all the damage that I'm doing to your characters, I'm loading up with power, and I'm about to give you priority.
They're gonna come back with a vengeance.
Carnage using his builder Symbiote Tendrils into Dr. Voodoo.
Attack.
Does 1 damage to Voodoo, down to 2 stamina. He's gained bleed, and he's put himself to 2 power.
Just gonna tuck in right about there.
Looks like he's done with that. Voodoo's at 4 power, 2 stamina remaining. Carnage at 2 power.
We're gonna go with Wong next.
Wong!
Wong! My 1 power that Wong has on a superpower called the Vishanti's Blessing. I get to take 2 damage tokens and heal Voodoo for 2.
He's gonna heal him for 2 stamina, takes him back to 4.
I am going to paint that taco truck with Wong's intestines.
I would expect nothing less.
I'm gonna activate Miles Morales.
2 power and attacking magic with his builder Webline Kick.
Oh, that's pretty good. I did not do as good.
Does 2 damage, up to 4. Magic on 2 stamina, 6 power.
So I'm gonna use Web Swing, and I'm going to push myself a little bit closer.
Okay.
For 2 power to close with magic, down to 2.
Attack again with my Webline Kick.
No damage, but a Wild will push her short, and he takes control of that objective.
She's gonna have to make it back and get this objective back. This is not good.
If I can keep magic off that objective and maybe sweep down towards the center of the board, I can try to grab some more ground and really climb up this points ladder.
We are gonna go with the Ancient One next. Second action, she's just going to use a Fangs of Farala attack. It's a Mystic attack. I've
Okay.
got 4 dice.
I have 1 Mystic Defense, you know that?
Seriously?
One Mystic Defense.
Kaya! Woo!
No, I'm contesting an objective!
I'm gonna roll my crit.
Son of a biscuit!
She gets a power for that to go to 2, and Carnage takes 3 damage down to 4 stamina and 5 power. But he's poisoned as well. Just Doctor Strange left for Mubin.
Strange is just going to float towards the center here.
Uses a Scalpel of Strange for 4 power and teleports Peter Parker next to Ghost Spider.
We're gonna shoot Carnage in the face with a builder.
But you just pulled it. You can't do that. You're holding a scalpel.
She's gonna throw scalpels at your face.
Mystic Builder now, the Baleful Bolts of Bolthak.
Feel the pain.
I will.
Ooh! Eye of Agamotto reroll. Carnage is down to 1 stamina, and he's up to 8 power, where Strange is up to 5 power remaining. Ooh, what a turn!
Oh, I really tried to bring Carnage down. At least if I could have dazed him, it would have made Chris drop that infected spider person. That concludes round 2.
Not as violent from my team as I would have liked. The benefit in that is I didn't power up your characters as much. Man, I wish I'd hit harder over here in the center.
Cleanup phase now sees Mubin score another 5 points. 2 on the Secure Crisis, 3 on the Extract Crisis. Puts him to 11, 16 wins the game. Chris has got 2 on the Extract, 1 on the Secure. He's up to 5, however. Chris is super powered up in the midboard now, and Mubin might be in trouble.
I've managed to continue to hold that lead, but I've sacrificed my priority here. And depending on who he decides to activate and how he activates, there could be carnage. You are now gonna have priority.
Pain Train is coming in hot. Carnage isn't able to pull something pretty violent here, things are gonna get a little strange.
Power phase round 3. Doctor Strange up to 8 power, Ancient One from 2 to 4, Wong up to 1, Magic goes from 6 to 7, and Dr. Voodoo goes from 4 to 5. Miles Morales goes from 2 to 3, Peter Parker 4 to 5, Ghost Spider 8 to 9, Green Goblin 6 to 7, Carnage 8 to 9, however, Poison will take him back to 8.
In the power phase, we still have to deal with our infected people.
I would like to start with Peter Parker.
Peter Parker fails, Mubin moves him.
Why can't I control my spider person? Now for Carnage. This is an important one. I can't stress enough how important this role is.
Oh, you got it.
Carnage succeeds, Chris moves him a short. Ancient One succeeds on her roll, Mubin backs her up to the pizza truck.
Next up, we're gonna go with Magic. Run away, Voodoo Man. Oh no.
Chris gets to move him, and it's a skull, so he's gonna get a power going to 6, because anytime Dr. Voodoo rolls a skull, he gets a power. Chris has moved him next to Carnage, though. I think it might be time to paint the town red.
Time for Carnage! Everything I can do with Carnage, I've got energy for. I just need to do it in the right sequence.
Here we go, folks. Carnage rules tactic card. It's gonna cost him 4, and he's pulling Dr. Voodoo forward in for a free symbiote tendrils attack.
4 damage.
I got 4 damage.
You have dazed Dr. Voodoo.
Perfect.
He was holding a spider person.
Oh!
So you get to drop him.
Carnage gets 4 power from having used the tendrils attack, so I'm back up to 8 power.
And now it's time to paint the town red. 3 power to go down to 5 on Carnage. He removes all damage, advances a short, and symbiote attacks Doctor Strange and tags him with bleed as well. Carnage to 6 power, Strange to 9.
A symbiote tendril again on Doctor Strange. Rolled all right.
Take 1 damage and 1 power again.
Strange is max at 10, but at 4 stamina.
I will gain 1 more power as well. So I'm gonna use 2 power now to activate a different ability called Sadistic Glee.
His next action will gain 2 dice, but every skull does 1 damage to him.
And then I'm gonna use my remaining 5 power to activate Maximum Carnage.
9 dice attack into Doctor Strange.
I could use the Circle of Cosmos to try and get away, but you put yourself in such a position with Carnage, I can't run away from your Carnage.
Let there be carnage. So I'll attack Strange first with 9 dice.
Wow, would you look at that roll? Even a perfect reroll would still daze Strange. Let's go to the reroll replay brought to you by our sponsor, Baron of Dice. Baron of Dice has a massive catalog of dice that help you personalize your gaming experience. You can choose dice evocative of the force that you play. Play your games in style with Baron of Dice, which is more than just dice. They have a plethora of other products too. Tack wrote a script and made me say plethora. I encourage you to check out Baron of Dice, and their affiliate link is in the description below.
Now, because I've rolled a wild and a hit, I gain Rampage.
He does 1 damage to Wong now as well, and he's down to 3 stamina and 2 power.
And then you get to attack him.
Wait, I'm in danger. Maximum Carnage!
He dazes Wong too, but takes another damage for his trouble. That is 3 dazed heroes. Doctor Strange is at 10 power and dazed. Dr. Voodoo is at 10 power and dazed. Wong is at 5 power and dazed. Carnage is at 5 stamina, 0 power, but boy howdy, did he bring the pain.
This is why Carnage has 15 arms, so he can take down 15 guys at once. I don't think that could have gone any better.
We're gonna go with Magic.
I guess it was one of the 2 remaining options.
I've got to try and do everything I can with just those 2 models. She's just gonna start the party off by spending 4 power for her Spender attack, Dark Child attack into Miles.
Before you do that, I am gonna activate Ghost Spider's ability, Lifesaver.
Ghost Spider uses Lifesaver for 2 power, pulls him away.
Gwen Stacy got in there at breakneck speed, and she got him out of the way right on time.
I still have 2 attacks left. She's gonna spend 1 of her 3 remaining power going down to 2.
Magic Limbo Step for a power to close with Peter Parker.
Soul Sword attack into Peter.
Does 1 damage, up to 3 power. Peter's at 4 stamina and 6 power.
I'm gonna spend 3 power.
3 power now on Journey Through Limbo Tactic card.
I can pick another character within 2 of Magic and place them within 3 of their current position.
Now he gains Incinerate.
For her second action, she's gonna stab you with her sword again.
I think Peter Parker might be in trouble.
He's dazed. However, he's at 9 power.
I will gladly take this spider person. I cannot pick it up with Magic because she's already got a spider person.
Magic is at 2 stamina and 4 power.
I was hoping for a bit more, but I'll take that for now.
I will activate Green Goblin!
It's Green Goblin time. 3 power for Glider Ram. Gets the Moo Medium for free.
Pumpkin Bombs into Magic. Yeah.
With 1 damage and 1 power for magic, she's at 1 stamina, 5 power.
I'm gonna whip another handful of pumpkin bombs. Yeah. Are you serious? I still only did 1 damage.
But it's all you needed. Putting in absolutely just the bare minimum effort there.
Another power, he's up to 6. So's magic, but she's dazed. She drops the spider infected and Goblin is done.
I can't hold any objectives with Goblin, so I'm just gonna have to run him around the field and do as much damage as possible.
That is a 5th character down.
Ancient One is going to activate. Going to spend 4 power and use an Astral Strike. So there's going to be a Mystic Attack, 8 dice, and you don't get to count or explode criticals.
Takes Carnage down to 1 stamina, but back up to 4 power. He also gains the staggered condition.
I'm gonna activate with Gwen Stacy first. She's gonna pick up the spider person.
She moves towards the dark portal to hold it.
Spider-Man Miles Morales can activate. Move to the top of the taco truck. I'm gonna use Patch Up to give Carnage some health.
Only 2 on Carnage, he's back to 3.
Then I'm actually gonna move over to this spider person.
Morales is on no power, but Carnage is at 3 stamina.
Cleanup phase.
I control the center of the board, and that's gonna be huge in getting me points to catch up to Mubin, who was running away with it up until this point in the game.
Nothing on the secure crisis for Mubin. Still has 1 spider infected to take him up to 7 on that extract crisis for 12 total points. Chris, however, has got 2 on secure, 3 more on extract. That puts him at 10. It's 12-10 at turn 4. Mubin is about to flip over a lot of dazed heroes with a lot of power. Is it gonna be enough to put this one away?
Power phase into round 4.
Doctor Strange is at 10 power, cannot gain more. Ancient One goes to 2. Wong's to 6, Magic is to 7, and Dr. Voodoo is at 10. Miles Morales goes to 1. Peter Parker goes to 10. Ghost Spider goes up to 8. Green Goblin goes up to 7. Plus his roll, he gains another 4, so he maxes at 10. Carnage gains 1 to go to 5, and down to 4 because he's poisoned.
I've got priority again. There's a bunch of angry wizards running around now, and they're about to unleash chaos on some spider people.
Doctor Strange spends a power to flip the Convocation power to the Moons of Manipur. There's 9 left.
Which allows me to reroll 1 attack dice against anyone that hasn't activated yet. And if one of my characters is getting attacked and doesn't have an activated token on it, they get to reroll 1 defense dice.
Doctor Strange is gonna fly in and explode, so I need to separate my team.
Spider civilian rolls, here we go. Ancient One gets moved by Chris away to the corner.
Carnage.
Carnage gets moved by Mubin, and he's away from the middle.
Miles Morales. Yeah.
Ghost Spider's okay, and she is backed off by Chris.
Into my first activation, I'm going to start with Doctor Strange. He's going to spend 4 power on the Scalpel of Strange, and he's going to target himself with it.
He is sitting in Peter Parker's lap.
Shoot some bolts at Ghost Spider.
Yeah!
Balefire bolts of Balthak, not enough. Eye of Agamotto reroll. Ghost Spider still okay. Moons of Manipur does the damage to Ghost Spider, but that puts Strange back to 6 power.
So I do the 1 damage that I wanted to, and I get the 1 power I needed for this.
Oh my god!
Here we go. Can he do what Carnage did?
We're going to spend 6 power, Shining Circle of the Seraphim. Going to hit Peter and Green Goblin. And if I get the right dice, I can take out Green Goblin and Peter Parker at the same time. That'd be huge. Into Green Goblin.
God!
Stop rolling your hits into hits when you're defending.
Goblin takes 4 damage, down 3 stamina, but still at 10 power.
Now Peter Parker's going to take some magic damage too.
What?
Wizards. That one for leadership.
I think you just Uncle Ben Peter Parker.
Peter Parker now takes 5, and that KOs him.
Couldn't take down the Green Goblin, but Peter is out of the fight. Doctor Strange concludes his turn.
As long as I can keep Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, and Carnage in the fight, I should be able to deny some objectives so Mubin won't have many options. Mubin, I'm choosing violence. Green Goblin is gonna go absolutely postal on magic. If Green Goblin was gonna perform at any time in the game, I need it to be right friggin' now. 3 power to activate Knight of the Goblin.
She's gonna take 3 damage and gain 3 power, up to 10 power down to 2 stamina, plus she's poisoned and incinerated.
I gotta finish off magic. I'm sorry, Mubin.
No!
I'm sorry. Magic, die!
Crit. Down goes Magic. She's KO'd, and Goblin is still on 4 power.
I traded you a Peter Parker for a Magic.
That's a pretty good trade, though. I'm going to activate Voodoo on my turn next.
Dr. Voodoo moves using the Seance Tactic card.
And then he's going to spend 3 power on the Staff of Legba.
Down to 7 power into Miles Morales. That's gotta be criminal.
Beat a poor teenager senseless. We need to daze Miles. We need to do something about him because he's a threat.
A 3 defense to me. Oh my sweet God. So you get 2 additional dice per critical. So 8 additional dice.
I haven't activated either yet, so I'm gonna reroll one of these.
Come on, man. The guy just rolled 9 to 10 criticals on Miles Morales, who's like a fragile 15-year-old boy, and asked me if I want to use my 1 reroll on 3 dice. He's a child, Mubin.
That is one angry voodoo man.
Miles is dazed, Buddy's at 5 power. Drops a spider-infected civilian as well as power burn.
I'm gonna immediately spend a power, and Voodoo's just gonna pick it up. I'm going to spend 4 of my remaining 6 power. Possession. Puts a Brother Daniel token on Carnage.
There's Daniel.
He drops any objectives that he's holding, and while the Brother Daniel token is on him, he cannot contest objectives. Even though I can't pick it up with the Ancient One, at least dropping it is better than nothing.
How do I get Brother Daniel off my back?
Attack me. That is it for Voodoo's activation.
Well, I will activate Ghost Spider. She's still alive somehow.
Webline for 2 pulls Doctor Strange in, and now freestyle beatdown for 3 more to take her to 4 power.
1 damage to you.
Ow.
Thrown into the bus for another damage. He is at 4 stamina and 2 power.
This time I'm gonna use my spider technique, which is my builder.
Yeah, she whiffs.
Damn it.
How do you do that? He's a surgeon and a magician. He's not a martial artist.
I'm running out of options fast.
Ghost Spider is at 4 power. Doctor Strange is at 4 stamina and 2 power.
My final 2 activations, Ancient One and Wong, are free to just take the objectives that they want and score me all the points to win this game. Ancient One is going to activate next. 2 power going down to 0 for Mists of Hoggoth. Blip over to this side.
Now she's going to shoot charge of the Seraphim into Carnage.
Magic. Ooh.
Yeah, he's toast.
Dazes him, takes 3 damage and gains 3 power, dropping Possession 2.
Second activation, we're just going to move to the other side of the objectives token.
The Ancient One is at 3 power. Carnage is at 7 power, but dazed. Mubin's last activation here is Wong. Can he win the game for Mubin?
If Wong is the nail in the coffin for me in this, I'm going to flip this table over.
Wongers. He's gonna move over, and then he's gonna punch Green Goblin in the face.
Oh, come on.
He only has 1 attack on his profile, and it's just a strike. Knock him out. So he does no damage.
Yay!
However, just grabbing that objective might do it.
Cleanup phase. I think I put it away here.
3 on the Secure Crisis, 2 on the Extract, sees Mubin go to 17, Chris stays at 10, and your winner is Convocation Doctor Strange and Friends by Mubin the Wizard Man.
PlayOn, thank you so much for having me back for another incredible game.
It was a lot of chaos and just madness. That was a great game,
That
though.
was fantastic, man. I really appreciate it. Turns out Doctor Strange and Dr. Voodoo, who nobody's ever heard before, is the superior hero team.
They apparently don't follow the Hippocratic Oath very well, though.
No, their oaths meant nothing to them, and frankly, I'm disgusted at their behavior. To my son, sorry I didn't win the game, buddy. I tried my best. Spider-Man wins the day in our hearts, but unfortunately not in Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Gentlemen, that was a lot of fun to watch. I really love the back and forth of Marvel Crisis Protocol, the fantastic pace of play, the great you go, and then I go, and then you go. Such a fun mechanic. You're never really out of it, and that one was literally down to who got hurt hardest when.
Thank you all for watching. This was a ton of fun. This was game 2 of our series, and we still have more episodes to come.
Please let us know if you're enjoying our Play On protocol. We genuinely love this game and would love to hear your feedback. Great big thank you to our series sponsors, Tabletop Terrain and Baron of Dice. We always have fun throwing dice, and we have fun throwing terrain too. And of course, a great big thank you to you for watching. If you like what we do, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. If you really like what we do, please consider supporting us through YouTube membership or Patreon. You'll get exclusive releases as well as behind-the-scenes interviews, early access to most of our shows, and access to our Discord, the most happening 40K community around. That's it from us in the Play On Studios. On behalf of them, it's me, JT the Voice, saying, until the next time Earth 616 is threatened from within or without, play on.